Okay, it is time to add in some texture. So I know what I want to use is to get a little bit of more pattern since everything is so symmetrical and so straight. I know the mat does a good job of bringing some more patterns into it, but I do want to include this somewhere. So I'm thinking if I put it down here, it might be a little too big, a little too overdoing it right here. So I might even add it up here and just slide it underneath things so that you can't see the full dish. You're just seeing partial. So I'm going to move this for a second. I'm going to slide this under here, hiding half of it, adding some more patterns into it. And I can slide this down just a little bit. Okay, so look above, see what you like, what you don't. I actually love only seeing partial right there. So I think that's a great look. Let's keep going. I do want to add in just a few florals. I don't want to overdo this with flowers just because we do have so much patterns already going on. So I'm going to get my favorite floral and I'm just going to add in just a few just to give it that fun look. So again, we want to be, if anything, bottom heavy instead of top heavy. And let's do odd amounts. If I were to do even amounts, it just kind of makes an automatic frame for my picture. And I've strategically placed my items so that it guides the eye. So I don't want to just frame it. I want to use odd amounts of flowers. So 1, 2, I'm going to put 3 here because this envelope is a little bit bare. 3. That way it's not completely even and I'm not framing the image. So another thing I want to do is add a little bit of greenery. So we can easily do that and just throw a few over here. Again, it's going to help guide the eye. Let's fill in this huge empty envelope. Okay, and then we could face it in and just add one more. And maybe just a little baby leaf and kind of hide it with the card. Okay, perfect. We've got lots of pretty greenery. Let's go ahead and add in, because we do still have a blank spot right here. I don't want to throw any more flowers in because this is a modern kind of minimalism look, but I do want something very symmetrical still. So I am going to add in a ring box, and instead of doing them tilted, I'm just going to mimic and follow this line and go ahead and add in my rings. Now, I'm looking at it and I love it. I don't love this right here, so I'm actually just going to take that out and I'm just going to add in the rest of my rings up here. Okay, I actually love that. So I feel like I'm missing just barely, if anything, right here. I don't necessarily think I absolutely need something, but let's go ahead and just pluck some of these little sprouting buds. And let's see what it looks like if we were to just kind of line this area with little sprouts. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna get my phone again. I'm gonna take my picture. Okay, and I'm going to look at it and I'm going to dissect it. Is there anything that I can take away? Is there anything that I can fix or straighten? And I think the only thing would be is this gap right here. I didn't see it from my point of view. So I am going to hover over and scoot it up ever so slightly, and which means I need to pull all of these up just a little bit. And I think the best thing you can do for a flat lay is to not overwhelm it. So I do feel like these are overwhelming and just adding clutter that I don't need. I think it would have looked good if you had a solid mat, but since I've already got flowers incorporated into the mat, I'm just going to keep this how it is and just let these 2 flowers kind of guide the eye to kind of just stop right here. So I'm going to take another picture with my phone. I'm going to see how that looks. Perfect. Okay, I would say scoot these in just slightly. And I would say you have a solid flat lay. So I'm going to go ahead and take the picture. Again, I'm going to be shooting an aperture of 5 for this one. And then I'm going to bump it down to about a 2.0 aperture and focus on my main card so that everything else is just kind of a pretty blur. But that way you're getting everything in focus because you have worked so hard on this very detailed, structured flat lay. So let me hurry and shoot these and then we'll get going on the shoes.